My name is Tyler Nilsson. My role in the film Los Frikis was writer-director, along with Mike, who is not here. A summary is it's a true story. How's that for sound? The summary is it is based on a true story set in Cuba in the early 90s of hope and what lengths people go to experience freedom. We shot the film in the Dominican Republic. We didn't speak Spanish. I don't come from a Spanish-speaking home. So Michael and I both spent 2 years learning Spanish every day, Duolingo, hired tutors. We have a Cuban producer, Phil Lord, who produced Into the Spider-Verse, 21 Jump Street, a lot of the Lego movies. He's a phenomenal writer, director, producer. And he brought in all his cousins and family, and they really helped us make it authentic, give it life, give it the Cuban je ne sais quoi, if you will. And we really just allowed them to inform us how the story should feel. I had been in Cuba. I'd spent some time in Cuba and had heard about it. I'd heard about these young men and women who had taken such drastic measures, and I just thought it was a story that was valuable and worth telling. At that time in my life, I was really focused on doing the most spiritually rewarding things. Not that I'm not now, but there is commerce and art. And at that time, I wanted to do the most spiritually rewarding thing possible. And so I wanted to tell this story. It felt like, again, a story that had true spiritual value to me. It was something that was. Sometimes there's stories worth telling, and sometimes there's stories that are just stories, or don't carry the gravitas of this one. This one felt really powerful, so just felt like I had to do it. I think an Ojai Film Festival in the future that I would look forward to would be just good filmmakers, good films. I love the location of Ojai is great. If you look at. It's funny because LA and New York and LA don't really have big festivals. New York has Tribeca, but LA doesn't have a big one, and New York doesn't have really. Yeah, so usually the ones with really cool locations end up being really nice. Sundance and Austin with South by, and Cannes and Venice and Telluride, a little mountain town, and so I do think Ojai could probably grow into something like that. It's a cool town. It's adjacent to LA. I think people would want to travel here.